This is what I want, and I will not stop until I get it. You see, indecision is the enemy of progress. Indecision keeps you stuck. Indecision makes you doubt yourself. Indecision wastes your time. And worst of all, indecision makes you live a life of regret. Because one day, you'll look back and realize that all the things you could have done, all the goals you could have achieved, all the dreams you could have lived, never happened because you never fully decided to go after them. You can't build a strong life on weak decisions. You can't expect great results with a half-committed mind. You have to decide what you want, and you have to commit to it like your life depends on it, because in many ways, it does. Your future depends on it, your success depends on it, your happiness depends on it. Think about all the people who have made it to the top, the athletes, the entrepreneurs, the leaders, the artists. They all had one thing in common. They made a decision and they never backed down. They didn't let fear stop them. They didn't let obstacles shake them. They didn't let failure make them quit. They stayed the course, they adjusted when needed, but they never changed the decision itself. They said, I'm doing this, and they followed through, and that's why they succeeded. Now you have to ask yourself, what am I still undecided about? What have I been hesitating on? What have I been starting and stopping over and over again? Because that's what's holding you back. That's what's keeping you from reaching your full potential. And until you decide, truly decide, you will stay exactly where you are. Stop waiting for everything to be perfect before you commit. Stop thinking you need more time, more information, more confidence. You don't. What you need is to make a decision and start. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Start today. And then, once you start, do not stop. Do not let doubt pull you back. Do not let fear make you hesitate. Move forward with full commitment, with full belief, with the absolute certainty that no matter how long it takes, no matter what obstacles come your way, you are going to see it through. You have to be stronger than your excuses. You have to be more committed to your goals than your fears. You have to decide that you are done living the same way, done making the same mistakes, done holding yourself back. And when you do that, when you finally make that decision and stand by it, everything in your life will start to change. Because decisions shape destiny. And the moment you make a real one, you will never be the same again. Number 5, replace emotional reactions with thoughtful responses. There will always be moments in life that test you. Situations that push your buttons. People that say things that frustrate you. Disappointments that shake your confidence. And in those moments, you have two choices. You can react emotionally, let anger take over, let frustration cloud your judgment, let fear dictate your next move. Or you can take control and respond with thoughtfulness, with clarity, with strength. One path keeps you stuck. The other moves you forward. Most people don't realize how much their emotional reactions are controlling their lives. They think they're making choices, but in reality, they're being controlled by their emotions. Something happens and they react without thinking. Someone says something negative and they let it ruin their whole day. They get bad news and suddenly they spiral into hopelessness. They feel fear and instead of pushing through, they give up. This is how most people live, always reacting, always letting their emotions take the driver's seat. And the result? Regret. Because when you react emotionally, you often say things you don't mean, do things you wish you hadn't, and make choices that don't serve your future. But the people who win in life, the people who stay in control, they don't operate that way. They don't let emotions dictate their decisions. They don't let temporary feelings shape permanent outcomes. They train themselves to pause, to think, to act with wisdom, not just impulse, because they understand something powerful. Emotions are temporary, but the consequences of reacting emotionally can last a lifetime. Think about it. How many times in your life have you said something out of anger and regretted it later? How many times have you made a decision based on fear and realized later that it was the wrong choice? How many times have you let frustration make you give up, only to wish later that you had stuck with it? That's what emotional reactions do. They cloud your judgment. They make small problems feel bigger than they are. They push you into decisions that don't align with your long-term goals. You have to start catching yourself in those moments. The moment you feel anger rising, the moment frustration starts creeping in, the moment fear makes you want to run, pause. Don't react. Don't say the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't let emotions hijack your thinking. Take a breath, step back, give yourself a moment to process before you act. Because once you do that, something powerful happens. You take back control. You start responding instead of reacting. And that's when you become dangerous in the best way possible. Because when you are in control of yourself, nothing and no one can manipulate you. Most people don't even try to control their emotions. They say, that's just how I am, or I can't help it. But that's not true. You can train yourself. You can build the habit of pausing, of thinking, of responding with wisdom. It's a skill, and like any skill, the more you practice it, the better you get. The more you catch yourself before reacting, the more you build the ability to handle pressure, to stay calm, to think clearly, no matter what is happening around you. Because life is unpredictable. You will face problems, you will encounter people who try to bring you down, you will deal with situations that don't go your way, and if you're always reacting emotionally, you will always feel out of control. You will always be at the mercy of your feelings, but if you train yourself to respond thoughtfully, you become unshakable. You become the person who stays calm in the storm, who makes smart decisions under pressure, who doesn't let temporary emotions ruin long-term goals. Imagine how different your life would be if you mastered this skill. Imagine how much more respect you would earn if people knew they couldn't push your buttons, that you don't break under pressure, that you don't let small things control you. Imagine how much more peace you would feel if you weren't constantly getting upset over things that don't matter in the long run. Imagine how much more success you would have if, instead of reacting emotionally, you responded with strategy, with intelligence, with power. This is what separates average people from high achievers. The average person reacts. They get emotional, they take things personally, they waste time and energy on things that don't matter. But the high achiever, the person who is going places, they think before they act. They don't let small setbacks break them. They don't let negative people shake them. They stay focused, they stay in control, and because of that, they always have the advantage. This is your challenge. Starting today, start catching yourself before you react. When something upsets you, pause. When fear creeps in, pause. When frustration builds up, pause. Give yourself a moment to think before you speak, before you act, before you decide. Because that one habit, that one change in how you handle situations will transform your life in ways you can't even imagine. The people who master this skill, they don't just achieve more, they live better. They have better relationships, better opportunities, better control over their future, because they are no longer prisoners of their emotions. They don't react, they respond. And that changes everything. Number 6, condition your mind for high-performance thinking. Your mind is the most powerful tool you will ever have. It determines your success, your failures, your confidence, your self-doubt, everything. The way you think shapes the way you live. But here's the problem. Most people don't train their minds. They don't condition their thinking for success. They let their thoughts run wild, filled with negativity, doubt, and fear. And they wonder why they can't seem to break through, why they feel stuck, why they can't get to that next level in life. It's because they never took control of their own mind. They never built the habits that create high-performance thinking. High-performance thinking isn't something you're born with. It's not luck. It's not some natural ability that only a few people have. It's a habit. It's a mindset that you build every single day. And if you don't train your mind, if you don't condition it, the world will condition it for you. The negativity around you will take over, the fear will take over, the doubts will take over, and before you know it, you're operating at a fraction of your potential. That's what happens when you don't take control of your thoughts. Every day you have to wake up and take command of your mind. You have to decide what kind of thoughts you will allow in, because your mind is like a garden. If you don't take care of it, if you don't remove the weeds, the negativity will grow. And the only way to stop it is to actively condition your mind for success, for resilience, for confidence, for power. You have to build the habit of feeding your mind with the right things. Start by paying attention to the thoughts that run through your head. Are they empowering you or holding you back? Are they making you stronger or weaker? Most people don't even realize how negative their thinking is because they've never stopped to examine it. They just accept whatever thoughts come up. But if you want to perform at a high level in life, you can't afford to do that. You have to challenge those thoughts. You have to rewire your thinking because your thoughts are shaping your future. The way you think affects the way you feel, and the way you feel affects the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you get in life. If your mind is filled with doubt, you'll hesitate. If your mind is filled with fear, you won't take action. If your mind is filled with negativity, you'll sabotage your own success. But if your mind is trained for high performance, if it's conditioned for confidence, for resilience, for discipline, you become unstoppable. This is why successful people think differently. It's not because they are smarter or luckier. It's because they have trained themselves to think at a higher level. They have built mental toughness. They have created a habit of high performance thinking. And because of that, they act differently. They move differently. They don't waste time with negative thoughts. They don't let fear stop them. They don't let setbacks break them. They keep going. They keep pushing. They keep winning. You have to start building this mindset now. You have to start training yourself to think in a way that serves your future. Stop letting old habits of negative thinking hold you back. Stop entertaining thoughts that weaken you. Every time you catch yourself thinking something that doesn't serve you, replace it with something that does. Every time fear creeps in, remind yourself that you are capable. Every time doubt shows up, remind yourself that you have overcome challenges before. Every time negativity tries to take over, shift your focus to what you can do, what you can control, what you can build. Most people don't do this because it takes effort. It's easy to let your thoughts control you. It's easy to stay in a cycle of doubt and fear. But easy won't get you anywhere. If you want to achieve more, if you want to be better, if you want to reach your highest potential, you have to do the work. You have to build the habit of thinking like a high performer, because once you do, everything changes. Imagine what your life would look like if you had complete control over your thoughts. Imagine how much more you could accomplish if you never let doubt slow you down. Imagine how powerful you would be if you trained your mind to focus on solutions instead of problems, on possibilities instead of limitations. That's what high performance thinking does. It turns you into a person who can handle anything. A person who doesn't break under pressure. A person who moves with confidence, who acts with purpose, who achieves what others only dream about. This is not about motivation. It's about discipline. It's about rewiring your brain for success.